Hey guys, welcome to a new Let's Play video, and today we're gonna be playing What Remains of Edith Finch. I don't really know what this game is about, but apparently she is the last surviving member of a family, judging from this family tree that we are looking at here in the main menu, which is a really special main menu, I should add. And Edith was born in '99, which I guess makes her in her a teenager. And she's the only one still alive in her family. Everyone else, Milton, Louis, Dawn, Gus, Gregory, they have all bought it. Some of them rather young, actually. So I guess maybe that is the grand mystery. And there are a few leaves on the family tree, like Sanjay, Kay. They don't have they don't have dates attached to them. I wonder why. But maybe that's just something we need to unravel the mystery of during the gameplay. So without further ado, let's start a new game. This is a complete blind playthrough. I have no idea what to expect. This will erase your current save data. That is bullshit because I have no current save data. So let's go. What remains of Edith Finch? I'm using the PS4 time watch, so I'm using the PS4 built-in recording device, so I need to time myself. Now, has the game started yet? Oh my god, the game has started. I'm looking at the title screen. Okay, I'm on a boat. Presumably returning to my family manor or something like that. Oh, Edith Finch journal. Cool, a diary. I love reading girls' diaries. What do I do? Oh my god, I'm stuck. This playthrough is doomed. Oh, there we go.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that.
There's something
I'm just
scratched
going to
off.
start at the beginning, with the house.
Oh.
Someone had
Back
put
at
up a chain
control.
link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
So you hopped this. Good for you. I know this is an indie game, so I'm not expecting like AAA graphics, but this looks kind of good.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Yeah. Rich families and their secrets. You know how it goes. What is this? No.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I'm sorry if I have to cough once in a while. It's just got this nasty sore throat. Final notice. So, is this even still our house? It sounds like the bank has it. How about newspaper? Like, somebody kept delivering these newspapers. You gotta admire the sense of responsibility
I hadn't been back since
of the
my
local
brother
paper
Lewis's
boy.
funeral.
My brother Louis. Louis is the second youngest person in the family, I think. No trespassing. Well, I'm not trespassing. It's my family house. This property is protected by video surveillance. Well, we'll just have to see about that.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Don't you just hate that?
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Well, she's right about that. The Finches. Nice. So I guess what should I expect from this? The family is put on under a curse.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh, hey Moose, or A stag or a deer? What? I don't know the fucking difference. Just come on. Great. Animals hate me.
The truth
I'm not
is,
gonna be a Disney princess no
even
more.
after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Okay, the house knows the answer. What? This is some shiny shit. The house knows the answer. Hey, I can divert into a sidetrack. I can look really intensely.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Oh, I got a trophy. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it's recorded, but I got a trophy called
As
the
if
Old
they're
Roads.
about to say something, but never do.
Let me check this out for a second. A missing poster. I'm not trying to look down on her boobs. I'm just trying to see the poster. Your belly's getting in the way, Edith. Okay. Is she pregnant? I can't tell from this angle. It could just be the character model. But if she's pregnant with child, that's extra motivation for her to come back to solve the mystery of why her family members are all doomed to die, don't you think? Not that you need any extra motivation, of course. I'm just strolling around here for no reason. Digging up a body prematurely, possibly. Yeah, I'm not supposed to come here. Oh my god, this is getting scary. Let's get out of here. To think that all this is family property, that's crazy. This missing poster is for Milton. What about the one before? Was that also from Milton? Surely you guys only go missing one at a time. I know I'm taking too long. I haven't figured out how to sprint. Is there a sprint button? I don't think so. Got a basketball court.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
You haven't been very flattering in your dream.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay. I actually think 11-year-old could tell you that. Is this how we get in? Oh, I did get in this way.
The doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Yeah, I bet. I was just kind of fooling around. I didn't expect her to actually get in this way. I thought she would at least try the main door. Okay, maybe if I did actually approach the main door, she would have tried it. So this is the garage. A lot of cleaning tools. Some paint. Some old books. What do we have? Cosmic Cuisine. The Smoke in the Forest. Flower, Salt, Water East. The Northwest Chef. All books that I will never read. It's just I think the majority of the game is gonna take place in the house, so let's just take our time to observe the little things. Somebody painstakingly put these in the game. A workstation. Dude, we have a car here. Dude, you got a house and a car. A mansion. Do your friends know that? Nah, if our friends knew that, this wouldn't stay abandoned for very long, would it?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Okay, somebody didn't pay for the
For
bills.
the first time in years,
Ooh, this is gonna be a big moment. The calendar is still in January 2010. Yeah, that works out.
I felt like I was home.
Hey, honey, I'm home. You got a lot of books in this house. What the hell? Does the time work? It is pointing at 11. Maybe that is the correct time. I don't know. You know, if for a house that's been abandoned for half a decade, it looks so remarkably well. I mean, there's not even a lot of dust or spider webs.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
So this is back when everyone is alive. Look at little Edith, so cute. And little Louis, who died. In loving memory, Louis Finch, December 27th, 1988 to 2010. So they did. This is he died after they evacuated the house for some reason. I think beloved brother to Edith, son of Dawn, great grandson to Eddie. Memorial service, Finch Family Cemetery. There, they put it on the fridge. Is there anything in the fridge? Edith must be thirsty by now.
Like
Oh,
how
look at
only
that.
one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Okay. Well, that had better be one hell of a restaurant. I mean, you guys seem pretty rich. Just buy the restaurant and make them your personal chefs. A lot of cans.
Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our
Oh,
cat,
that's why.
Molly.
So how's Molly? Probably dead, knowing this family. Apple pie. Oh, that's a lot of cans. You guys, this is crazy. Okay, let's explore this room by room.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
What happened the night
It was
you
like
left?
a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
That's one hell of a way to describe it. You were still eating Chinese the day you left. And you had name tags on chairs. What the hell is wrong with this family? Okay. Looking for things to interact with. Pretty view. Oh, look at that. You got a phone here? Is that detachable? Think it is. Did someone leave their iPhone here and just forgot about it? Let's grab that. In fact, let's just grab everything useful and go. Sell the house.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Yeah. That's one hell of a desk. And you have packages that you haven't even opened yet. Let's open them. Still have some logs in here.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
The original house? Whoa, where'd the letters go? What original house? Is there something you're not telling me, Edith? And somebody just made that. And those. And that. This is a house of many hobbies. I wish I could play around with that. Hey, it's a trinket box. Oh, no, it's a music box.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara,
Sven.
along with the rest of the house.
Sven is down there. It's one of the leaves that that's detached from the tree, the trunk, the branch. I wonder why it doesn't have a name. It doesn't have a date on it, but it's her great grandpa. Maybe it's just because they don't really know the exact date because of how old he is. Oh wait, I didn't even see that down there. Eddie, 1917 to 2010. Louis, 88 to 2010. You gotta take special notice to the date 2010 because that's something happened that made them snap. Whoa, did I just play the credits? For Barbara alone. I wish I could read that again. Oh, for Barbara. There we go. Barbara Finch. Who's Barbara? Barbara, 1944 to 1960. I think maybe that's great grandma. Maybe. Oh, try the key.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Oh, we're getting in there, one way or another. Let's try this way first. I think we've been here. Yeah, this is the can room. Okay, I'm just getting a picture of the house. You know, it's her house, but it's my first time here. Whoa. You know, the bricks do look kind of old, kind of out of place in this newer structure. Somebody was handicapped. Not too surprising. Oh,
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
what's in this? Yeah, just dig into it. I want to see what the hell is in there.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Milton was... Like, Edith would have no memory of Milton whatsoever. She was too young and he was too missing. Can't interact with the main door. What is wrong with this door? It's extra locked or something? It's somebody glued this door into its place. Somebody glued all the door frame and put an extra lock into it. What the hell?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
This is the library. Can you at least get the books out? What is the creaking sound? Oh no. Don't tell me somebody's gonna pop into view. I'm gonna scared. I'm gonna have a heart attack if that happens. It's gonna happen, isn't it? Of course it's gonna happen. Okay.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
That Mom did that? What the hell? Oh shit! Well, you're a sight for sore eyes. What the hell are you doing? How many bugs do you keep in this? Oh, so all of these are bedrooms. This is Molly's room.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. That really puts a damper in the friendship thing. Is there like a cute picture above the fireplace? How old was Molly when she died? Molly was died just 10 years old. But this room is open.
I spent a lot of
Whoa.
time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think
I
my
can
mom
see
sometimes
why.
regretted not sealing it up.
Don't seal it up. This is a fucking work of art. Look at that. It'd be so great to be in a room like that. Of course, you can't put a lot of furniture in it. It would ruin the scene.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Well, try it out. Oh, shit. It's in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
And this, we're gonna read chapter 1. Oh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Do you think this is a good time? Because I think we can double back. We can just check out the rest of the house. You know, places where we are actually allowed to go first, before taking that extra step. Oh, what is this?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Odin, like the old father. Let's see, Odin, 1880 to 1937. Well, rest in peace, old man. This is Barbara's
Barbara
room.
was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
There seems to be a lot of space in there. Where does this line go? This cable goes... Oh, we have... Of course we have an attic. This is Eddie's
The
room?
last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Sven Hofstad Finch and Eddie. So why call it Edith Senior? What's that mean? Was there a previous Edith? No? Or does she mean Eddie? The Norse myths. Is that why the ancestors called Odin? And this is for Calvin's room.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
That's pleasant. And what do we have here? Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
So, Where's Edith's room? Where's her own room?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay, a lot of locked doors. We got a lot of locked doors. And don't know if we'll get to explore all of them later. So, but for now, we unravel some of the mystery by doing this.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
An artist, a man of class.
Reading this,
I like it.
maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
A little Teddy. Someone was having a tea party. And
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
is this one of the sealed rooms?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Oh, Molly's room.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being
So
inside
this
for
is
the
the
first
first
time,
time.
I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Let's immediately go through his
Molly's
stuff.
gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Yeah, that thing is dead. The room is maintained so well for a room that's been sealed off for decades.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
Oh, that's why. I'm sorry. The room has not been sealed for decades. It's just since her mom went crazy.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I
Aw.
wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Like a hamster?
The gerbil food was dry,
Oh,
but I didn't
gerbil
mind
food.
it.
Damn, the girl was hungry. Let's eat the fish.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Well, Christopher is really glad you did. I like the fish nudge the letters around. Cool effect. What is this? What do you do in your room, Molly? Oh, and it looks like a dream. I think some of it is blurred out because she didn't describe it in her book, so we can't imagine it.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Ah, well. We're grounded. We're imprisoned against our will. Well, there's still one little thing.
I kept eating and eating.
Are you eating your toothpaste? No! Don't do that.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Yeah, this is a little... So... now what? Is there something outside of the window? I don't see anything. Something at the toilet?
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Oh, eat the bird. Of course. Good
It
idea.
was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Well, she's not going back to her nest tonight.
I reached out for her.
Damn.
And suddenly, I
What?
was a cat.
What? 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 How are you just a cat? What happened? This is a missing process here in the link. That like, you don't just go from a girl who woke up middle of the night being hungry and suddenly you're a cat. Like there's a few steps in between that we're not seeing here. Whatever. I'm a cat. I'm gonna catch this bird. This is like animal instinct taking over right now. Can I jump? Oh, I can jump.
I
Well,
tried
now
to be
you're
quiet, but
dead.
The bird was really scared.
Okay, we're gonna catch that little birdie. And
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
oh, there they are. They're just character models. They're not like real animated characters. Where shall we go next? Where'd the bird even go? Oh, there it is. Hello, Dinner. I have renamed you Dinner. As a sign of my affection for you. Look at her.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Yeah. That the cat has gotta be tired too.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up,
Really?
and suddenly I was an owl.
Of course you are.
All I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
This is nice. Dreaming of flying. Okay, stay clear from the windmill.
Rabbits.
Where? There it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm a natural hunter.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing
Yeah.
mine through my talons.
Not
I
the
swallowed
bunny.
him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
I heard
Then
you
I flew
chewing.
off to find some
Little liar.
a mama rabbit.
A MoMA rabbit. Where? Got you. Is
She was
this pretty
almost too
bigger
big
though?
to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Okay, you're a shark. You're a shark. This is no place for a shark, little girl. Oh, now are we rolling back into the ocean? Whee! Have you ever tried a laser shark?
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Okay, this is just turned into a shark emulator. What was I chasing? Ah, there it is. Boom boom. Boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I tore off her flipper and it tasted really good.
Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. The scent of blood is calling to me. This is getting a little dark. Okay, this is getting a lot dark. At least a lot darker than I thought it was ever gonna.
When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh. Now
I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere.
I'm a tentacle monster, of course. This is exactly what a 10-year-old little girl tends to imagine.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Hey, mister.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
No, you don't want to stop. There we go. There's still the captain. Captain's hanging out there like we don't exist. So rude. Hey, look at me. I'm the captain now.
The last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Are we back in the room? Are we back in Molly's room? Oh no. Let's see where this is going.
I got closer and closer.
Oh boy. Okay. Gonna have. This is probably the final dinner. Oh my stomach.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time. But I
You might want to check under your bed.
I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Shit.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Is that really a cat? Is that Molly? Are we starting the cycle again? Yeah, let me jump on the bridge. I can't.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Was that it?
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Who's...
Edie
Is
knit me a
this-
new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Aw.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
She's like the keeper of everyone. Look at that. Everyone has their personal handprints.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Oop. Okay, that was just a one-page thing. I thought it was gonna be a slide.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
A moment.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
So, she's named after Edie.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
72-year-old woman refuses to evacuate because of a little forest fire. Okay, this kind of reminds me of this recent news. Australia is suffering from a huge forest fire, and please, people, evacuate if you have to. Don't
When
just
Edie
stick
told
around
people Sven was killed
because
by a
of a little
dragon,
forest fire.
she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, Sven was killed. Okay, Sven was killed by construction work. That's it. This is such a sad family. But hey, you know what? Somebody's bragging about him being killed by a dragon.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
She's young in her heart. What the hell? This is way
The
too
only
fluffy
trace
for a
Grandpa Sam's
bathroom.
first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah? Like, oh my god, I don't want to be in a bathroom like this. I gotta be so careful not to splash water anywhere. And you got a, well, what is this? Cold drinks beside the toilet? What is wrong with people? There's a secret in this bathroom. Of course there is.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Calvin Finch.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Let me just get some of these names straight. Sven, Sam. Sam and Calvin are twins. And Molly's Molly's like a decade older than they are, but Molly died before they were even born. Milton. Which one is Milton? Oh, Milton is rather young.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Odin Finch. Fort Calvin. It's nice. The
I guess my
command
grandpa
center.
didn't like history any more than
Somebody
my mom
want.
did.
Somebody wanted to be a spaceman. And it's in a space helmet. It's cute.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam
Oh.
Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, look at that.
My brother said he
I
died
guess
before
I
he ate another
should.
mushroom. And he did.
Yeah, there we go.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam!
Oh no, he's actually gonna fly. Who decided to put up a swing at a
But
place
that
like
day-
this?
He finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Okay, here we go.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
I didn't even dare to go like
then maybe
a third
I'd
this
still be
high
here.
when I was a kid.
But I doubt it.
I was a coward.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh!
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Well, that was kind of nice to. I mean, it's not nice to
Calvin's
see a
story
kid fall
felt
to his
strangely
death, but
familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
well, you're still here because you're a lot smarter than he is. I'm not saying it's nice to see a kid fly to his death, but it's nice to see like his brother trying to cope with this.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Well, hey. I'm not even gonna question that.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Oh, right. This is outside.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Is she a child star? My friend Bigfoot. I guess we're going into Barbara's room, so we're about to find out. Yeah, there's the problem.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Well, it seems like she was. I guess this is one of those unlikely friendship tales.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
And that's a 3D glasses there. Barb Street. Justice for Barbs. Some of you know what I'm talking about, some of you don't. Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
A story about her death? Really? There are comic books about a celebrity death?
Oh, Jack here with another
Oh my god, this
ghastly
seems like the in poor
story
taste, doesn't it?
inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
That's not cool.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was
Wow.
Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Did he die?
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that.
Wow.
Why is your basement door locked?
What a dick.
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick.
There he goes.
But the house
How does a
was
comic book
silent.
know that? Oh my god, they're actually playing the Halloween theme. Oh, am I supposed to be dealing with Michael Myers here?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, I have a weapon now. Great! Finally, I have a weapon in this game. I am gonna destroy everything. Yeah!
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who
Oh,
impaled
the
him and ate his
Hookman.
family 10 years ago tonight.
Well, if it's on the radio, it must be relevant to the story. You know how it goes.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
It's the boyfriend. Yeah, serves me right.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She
Wow.
threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
The
Barb.
crotch?
Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Probably not a trick this time. I'm still having a crutch. I can't seem to hit anything in the house. That's no good.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand.
Wow.
Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man.
It's not the
and
boyfriend again, is it?
was speechless. He was
Oh, she
quite
didn't scream.
smashing.
That was easy.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
What are you looking at? Yeah, here we go.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
I'm in Molly's room. Molly was already dead at
She
this.
thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Just abandon him. We're all gonna die anyway.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grown.
Use your hook, man. Hook, man. Oh,
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
oh, the body's gone. Of course it's gone. It's like Michael Myers all over again.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Really? Coming.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
What the hell?
Monsters had come to surprise
The monsters?
her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed
That was
it
good.
all
That was
on
good
poor
one.
Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As
I
for
guess it
Barbara,
is.
tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Really? Didn't stick the landing, did you? Yeah, let's throw that in the garbage bin.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Well, that's pretty fucked up. I guess no small little doors in this one. I think we need to go try that basement door. Try the music box.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, the game is hinting at that. It's like, how does a comic book know that? Loading. It's real. So the comic book was actually pretty accurate in the layout.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Is this the stall table that Sven got hurt on? I think so.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
So Edie is obviously someone that Edith worships. She's kind of just retracing her steps.
I thought maybe
think.
she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Okay, there's a secret tunnel in the fridge. Of course there is.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Walter
She said
went
after
under?
Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Cereal?
If there's a
He was
pattern in
living
all these
here?
stories,
Papa's soup. Tasty beans. Damn.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh, this reminds me of... I was gonna make reference to a movie, but the movie's fairly recent, so I don't want to spoil it, so I will refrain from doing that. Oh.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years! Still learn to write in cursive.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Okay.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
I don't know about that.
Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Yeah, I like canned peak to
If you wait
1976.
long
This is like 8
enough, you
years
get used
after,
to anything.
including the earthquakes. Well, he still has his
Even
radio.
a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
A monster?
And then one day, everything just
2005 now.
Stop.
Wow.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
By going even deeper?
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara
So,
and Molly.
to him, on Molly, to him, Barbara really died of some monsters. Probably not how the.
And
Probably
Calvin.
not how. And Calvin? Calvin died on the swing. Probably not how the Barbara was like gobbled up by all the monsters in the comic book, but to him it was still a monster.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Probably.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
I'm on a train track.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Yeah, canned peaches can get old.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month.
Walter, 52 to 2005. No, you don't have a year. You don't have a year left. Sorry, man.
Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh! Was that a train? Well, I hope you enjoyed the extra second you got.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Did the family even know? I was hearing some noise.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
But now I am going to follow the exact same footsteps of my crazy uncle, who hid in the basement for 30 years. What could possibly go wrong?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end
Wow,
up
this
like
family
Walter.
has the stinking amount of books they have. Like,
But
come
if she
on.
never told me about an uncle under the house,
yeah.
I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't
Corpse
want to
in the
make the same
closets.
mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
It's too dark. Oh. Am I getting out of the house? Is the game going to have a major shift in environment?
Now that
Oh,
there's only
it's-
one of us
it's already
left.
starting. I didn't even
Or
realize.
maybe 2. I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
You know what? Maybe Walter is not dead. Maybe the family just wrote him off because they don't know where he is anymore.
And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Walter did die here? Does this place even... Oh, the train can't go through here. I mean, I don't know when this broke off, but... Okay, so he definitely died here. Are those chairs on trees? I don't think chairs grow on trees. I could be wrong because I'm not very familiar with growing things, but this strikes me as
I don't know
bizarre.
if I should even be writing this.
just enjoy the view for a minute. Look at that. That's pretty.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
What is that island? It's blinking at me. I don't like it. Can I walk into the water? Nope. Something's stopping me.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I don't feel lost. I know perfectly well where I need to go.
People in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Yeah, this is not this way, obviously. Just wanted to see what happens.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
I guess we're going back to the house then.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That is kind of bizarre. But where are we going?
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Pet cemetery. I didn't see the movie, by the way.
3 of the gerbils are
Derpy.
mine. 2 had been my fault.
Oh, Daisy, Lucy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy, Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, Lucy. Wow. Bailey seems to be a very important individual.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Aw, Molly, Calvin. Molly's a sleeping cat, wings. Calvin is a rocket, of course, on the moon. Of course it is. Sven with a saw. Why? Because he hurt his hand? Nah, because he's a carpenter. Edie is all about the books, knowledge. And Walter. Oh, it's just him walking towards his freedom. Barbara is a star. And this is like really nice. I really feel like I'm knowing these people.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
This is Odin's monument. That's the big one, isn't it? Okay, let's see what that blinking little island is.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, that is the old house that's sunk. So now what? I've had a grand tour. What's gonna happen now?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory died at 1 year old? Well, this family expires
There's
really
so many
fast.
things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
I wonder if I should climb this.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
She is pregnant. I was right.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Okay, the music is trying to set the mood. A lot of cameras, a lot of medals, a shotgun. I mean, that's like it's like a sniper rifle, but not really. Probably
Sam
a
spent his
hunter
life
rifle.
shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
He's a war veteran. U.S. Marines. Huh. What is going on?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
What? Am I gonna have to shoot?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
Oh, that was it. I almost didn't realize that was like little Dawn was another human character in the game. was that like the first one we saw? Where am I supposed to be filming right now?
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Yeah. Watch yourself, young lady.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Where are you? Oh. Sorry, honey. I was
Never
like
forget this
sidetracked.
weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
So I had
some
to take
pictures,
a
okay?
picture of the
Just be
truck
careful.
and the
The
map
camera's
before
older than
you.
you are.
I don't mean to. It doesn't mean like they are more important to me than you are. Oh, look at that.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
The daughter is not hiding somewhere else, is she?
Definitely should not have drunk all that
Oh,
coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Hey!
That's
Okay.
a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious.
Public
Doesn't
hunting.
being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
No, not really.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Whoa.
Your
Oh,
grandpa's Fen
that
taught
was
us how to
just a
fish,
fish.
how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Dad!
Hey, look at that.
Eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
There we go.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Here we go.
Great shot,
Didn't even
Don.
hesitate. That was pretty gruesome. Oh, we're gonna take a selfie with our crying daughter. What a dick. Cool. But also pretty awesome.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
But allow me to take a selfie first.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
He actually got that in camera.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Wow. Well, he died a hunter. Oh, this is just creepy as fuck.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Look at that. Can I play with this? It's renamed Finch Control. Gregory! Gregory is the infant who died at like less than 2 years old. Coming up 2 years old. Didn't make it. Divorce contract. You tape that on a baby's bed? Wait, I didn't get a good look. Whose divorce was this? To Sam Finch. Kay and Sam, they were going to divorce.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard.
Hey,
Before the day my brother said with teenage
Whoa.
disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
This is like really nice way to tell a story.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Where are the rest? Whoa.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered
What
him to
the
come here.
hell?
But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh. You really got them, Gus.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
So there's a storm coming. And Gus is still here playing with his kite. Oh, there it is.
Rain
Whoa.
came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
This is like
It
really
sounded
cool.
Much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Well, think of it just a big kite.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Another one bites the dust.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Raise flag, breakfast, quiet time. This is a very disciplined life, I think. Wait a second. Dawn, sweep, trash. Gus, mop, now yard. Gregory, just be a baby.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. I can't imagine what it was like for her to lose 2 sons after she'd already lost 2 brothers. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Dawn, Sanjay. Fly to India. Wait. I don't think we have explored that to its fullest yet. We need to get back.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
The house needs to be bigger than this.
Things were good. Almost normal.
Alphabetized. And this looks cozy. Great job.
But it didn't last.
Let's see what we have here. Observation, question, research, hypothesis. Yeah, all that.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Gave him a castle. Like, wow. This family. Oh, is this the only way in? I guess I couldn't use the front door. Taking in the view.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Milton. This entire house, man, this is just the one big tomb.
Milton Finch in The Magic
Paintbrush. Hey. This is really cool. To a door, is he gonna go in himself? And it's blank. So, guess we'll never know what happens on the other side of the door.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
So, is there really a door like that?
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I should be going back here.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself.
Which one is Louis again? Louis is probably Milton's little older brother.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
This is his room. He lived on a boat. That's how you live life, ladies and gentlemen.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Damn.
That part of him lived on.
I have decided to move in. Dude, this is so cool. San Juan Ale.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
Substance
Newly
abuse?
sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
Oh, man.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
I would be bored too.
To wander.
Oh,
I asked him
I'm
to describe it.
I'm doing
He said
both.
he started small,
This is so great.
imagining a labyrinth.
Multitasking.
He'd feel his way about.
I'm using my right trigger to control my hand, and the left trigger to control the little guy in the maze. And like my
And
right
something new.
hand is just going through the motion at this point.
Bats
Bats?
and toads. And things that have no
This is
meaning.
one hell of a way to depict someone who's not really concentrating on his job.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Hey, I'm still an efficient
But he
worker.
found something more. I worried about him then.
Wow.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss,
You
but he said
reported
Lewis
on
had
him?
become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Clearly he's not focused.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I
Yeah,
let him
dude is
go on.
withdrawn.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made
Hey,
a new
puppy.
friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Okay. Oh, and the image for the imagination is keeps getting bigger. Like it's dominating now. It's dominating his mind.
And songs for them to play.
It's so great to use gameplay to
He talked about starting a band,
depict somebody's psyche.
and he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him.
What do you mean
All
it's
the
struck?
cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination.
Wow,
So he could do
yeah.
whatever he wished.
So he became
He
king?
held an election for mayor,
What do you even need the election for?
and he won.
Of course he did.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Oh, he can't
It
even
became
stay
a
in the
game.
imagination land.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
Still have to chop fish. Shit.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Minneapolis.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh. Is this
In Lewisburg, he
disassociated?
heard rumors of a beautiful prince.
Oh, fuck it. Let's go to the prince. Why not?
The prince was on his own quest for
Sinister, radiant rainbows. We're gonna go for rainbows. If Louis has to stay in his own
radiant
mind,
rainbows.
I'm gonna give him a place of rainbows. Yay! Uh-oh.
He followed the sound of his
Electric guitar. I'm going with electric guitar.
electric sitar.
Sorry, sitar. If it's all the same to you, I'll just imagine it's guitar.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
I don't
He
even,
knew
I
the
no longer
world
see the
was all in
blade.
his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it.
Yeah.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Like a god.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
In many ways, that's true. Dreams have
My
become
imagination
reality.
is as real as my body, he told me.
Who are you to say otherwise?
It was hard to argue with him.
It's hard to argue with anyone who doesn't argue back. Oh, we're back in reality somewhat.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Louis, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, he's still chopping fish.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Dude. There's no fish to chop anymore. Stop.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Can't be that.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
And look at this. Who would want to go back to reality?
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Oh, you are gonna have to beware that figure. Your trusted advisor. Howdy, soldier.
His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh, it's a trap! No, Louis, don't! This is not for a crown!
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh, well. He died a king.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Is that what... He died in 2010. Is that what made the whole family leave the house permanently? Or is it just because finally everyone is dead? What happened to her mom?
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
Oh,
She waited
yeah.
until the day before we left to tell Edie.
That is the thing.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
This is our mom stuff now. To teach and to learn. Dawn Finch. Wow, an author.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Is this Edith's own room that we're
But it
finally
had to
going to
end
now?
One way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Yeah, the grown-ups are gonna have to argue.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Candles in the
The
library.
thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of
So you
my
can
life.
walk over there.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Where am I going?
For a while, I wondered. I started seeing things.
Well, I'm
Things
liberated.
I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Semantics.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh, there she is. Bye, Granny.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
We gotta go back to finish that story.
A few years went by.
Take him off.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. until I found out about you.
Oh, the child.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This
Is the
journal was
baby trying
supposed
to
to be
get
for
out?
you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself.
We're getting out.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh. She died too. I guess that's it. Wow, okay. That was What Remains of Edith Finch. So it's different than I thought. I thought it was gonna be unraveling a mystery, and it kind of was, but it also wasn't. It's not it's not really about solving a unsolvable case or just finding out the truth behind all these deaths. As it turns out, we don't really get the full story, but it also seems like these deaths are just individual events, not as connected as, at least not as connected as I thought they were gonna be. It's just a series of unfortunate events that befell this family. So this is really nice that they have pictures of their younger selves, of all the people that worked on this game. So I really did enjoy this game, and particularly all the story sequences. You know, diving into different mechanics. And what I really was impressed with was how the game was able to use its limited technical mechanics to depict the stories in different ways, like unique to their own situations. Especially the part where the guy was just chopping fish with the right stick and going on a totally another adventure with the left trigger, and gradually one supersedes the other. I thought that was great, particularly when you consider what the guy was going through at the time. So, we're back in the whale house. This is a beautiful game. I don't know if I have got. I don't know if there's anything in the story that I'm missing. Did I get Did I get a story for everybody in the family? At the top of my head, I can't answer that. I'm gonna have to go back to look at the family tree and figure that out. So, what I was wondering is it possible that you can miss some of the stories and still move on to finish the game? Like that story about the little boy on the swing. I thought that was like very easily missable because you have to go climb. You have to go climb a few stairs to reach his area, which is totally separate from the place you are supposed to go to advance the story. So I think you can totally just ignore that and advance. And I'm glad I didn't, but I'm just wondering if there's anything I missed. So this is a really nice story about the mortality of everything. I think that's the message that I'm supposed to take away from it. Just not to wonder why things are mortal, just to appreciate that they are. The replay a story option is not available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Not right now, maybe later. So yeah, I really enjoy these games, and I'm gonna stop now and take some time to just remember the story and look up if I'm missing anything else. So thanks a lot for watching. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too, watching me play this. And I'm really I love games like this with that games that focus on telling a story from a visual and interactive point of view. If there's any similar titles you want out there, I would love to hear some recommendations. And until then, I will see you in the next playthrough. So, bye bye.